Hello everyone. You guys are doing really well. So this is the health and happenings to Trump, for Trump, on what is it, the 23rd, Wednesday, July 23rd. And I forgot to say yesterday, happy birthday to all the Leos. The sun moved into Leo yesterday, about 6:30 in the morning. So, happy birthday. Right there. Ruh-roh. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man for the forces in motion for the entire day. So it's upright. I can't say it's terrible, but this is him. I mean, it's ruled by Neptune. There's the body waters, again, Neptune, Pisces. Yeah. He is needing to see things from a different angle about his health, and he's just, I don't think he's wanting to, but he's having to. This is ruled by the lymphatic system. So, yeah, interesting. And then his biggest challenge for the day, besides all of his, emotional reactions, his rage, I'm wondering if his rage and all the water in his body is just so backed up that he has to take breaks and lay down, but he can't rest. Yeah. Let's see what early morning brings. Well, 8 of Wands reversed. 5 of Pentacles reversed as well. So early in the morning, I think, it could just be travel plans that are not going to, maybe something gets canceled or delayed. But this is a card, when it's reversed, is majorly, frustrated. There's emotional frustration here. You can imagine, what it's like for him. He can get out there, he can stand up, he can sit down, he can do all kinds of things when he feels like it and feels up to it. But he can't get away from how his body is not functioning the way he wants. This is a person who's always had a tremendous amount of will, and his will is being suppressed. Yeah, so with the 8 of Wands reversed, this could be headaches, and I forgot to tell you guys, when I was shuffling to allow for reversals, I do a big prayer and a big thing, and so my head was hurting and my stomach was hurting, so he's having trouble there. But anyway. Breathing problems is another one of those parts when it comes to reversals with the 8 of Wands, and sometimes falling down. Life force isn't grounded, and there's dizziness, oftentimes just falling down. But with some other things just happening to him today, it could be air travel, which isn't good for him with what's going on in his body. Never, and never ever, would not be recommended, I don't think. But when it's reversed, this card has to do with delays, and besides the frustrations emotionally and physically, he's having to hold off about something, or it's just that he really needs to slow down. Maybe he just can't go as fast as he wants in the mornings. Anybody of his age, I'm sure, could relate to that. But he doesn't like it. It's hard for him to, what's the word? live with that he sees it as weakness. So yeah, okay. Anything else with this one? Maybe he just has to slow down. And then with the Five of Pentacles, when it comes to reversed, again, there's the mental fog, the mental stress, the head problems. Maybe he's battling a head cold, something like that. But yeah, and then sometimes it's that unhealthy weight loss kind of a thing. So, okay. Midday, yeah, he's still feeling kind of beat up. We've got the Nine of Wands there, along with, the Devil coming through reversed. Woo. So with the Nine of Wands, of course, I think we had this yesterday, or was it the day before? But anyway, it's a card when it comes to upright. It's you got to have a lot of courage. It's a test of faith with your goals. But it's a card of fatigue, When it comes to, maybe it's just the normal exhaustion and fatigue that would be felt by any person who has been working in the darkness, aligned with the energy of everything that goes against what life is all about. The Devil, to me, is my card for the Devil has its due. And it's all about bondage and addiction. But with him, it's his reputation. And of course, it has to do with the whole Epstein issue. This would be him just not willing to face the truth. And this is, Liariadon the Con that just believes his own lies. Because that's the energy of this card. It's all about lies and half-truths. And when it's reversed in personal readings, I see it as, okay, somebody's breaking free from any of that or any addiction. There's all kinds of addictions. It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. With him, I think he's got it all going on. And then, of course, his own little special brand of constantly projecting and just gaslights everyone. But when this card comes through reversed on the level of health, this person needs to take time off. He's not going to do that. It's also a card, when it's reversed, of chronic numbing out, not just every once in a while, but chronic, day-to-day numbing out. So, and he's really unhappy, and he's in that downward spiral of just being, trapped in all of his bad choices. And then, of course, on another level too, the biggest level for him is that people are seeing the fact of his the facts about his health. His health persona is affecting his reputation, right? I mean, it was, early June that so well over a month ago that we first noticed the Foley catheter, right? And there was all kinds of speculation all over, online about him being incontinent, and that being a symptom of late stage prefrontal, temporal dementia or whatever you call it. I'm probably saying it wrong, but anyway. Yeah, all the cards I've ever gotten before have everything to do with that kind of a neurological disorder. But we've had the special extra information lately about the fact that his lymphatic system is backing up. It's backed, it's blocked. It's just not working well at all. So, yeah. Okay. In the evening, maybe he has a meeting with someone. Oh, and then we also have the Seven of Cups. So we have the Emperor and the Seven of Cups. So maybe it's him meeting with his kids, because this is a dad card. When it comes to health, it's Mars and Aries that does, all the energies more like up in the head, unless it's used, in a healthy way. But He might be feeling like he's more in his authority. Maybe he just has a terrible day and then it's a little better for him in the evening. I don't know, but he still is, faced with needing to make some choices with this Seven of Cups. And because the Seven of Cups is ruled by Venus in Scorpio, it's like he needs to make good choices, but he never ever has. All he's ever done was try to act like the big man and makes all kinds of derogatory comments about everyone else, and acting like he can just, even like with the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, he keeps saying he's going to get rid of him. Well, it's not that easy. He can't just fire him. It doesn't work that way. So maybe this is the evening where a lot of people see him in his deluded, brain. Whoa, okay. Late night. Oh my goodness. Now, if only these were both upright, or at least this one. Yeah, and if we keep going, here's the prostate cancer. Yeah. Okay, so Four of Swords reversed is my non-ambulatory card. This is a card of major high blood pressure. I think he gets really angry at night, and he's really deluded, and because he can't make good choices. His brain is not functioning well, and then he can't rest, but he can't get up and move around and move the energy to work it off, or blow it off or whatever. And his blood pressure is out of whack, of course. This is also a card of being just so burned out. Now, it could be refusing to rest, or can't rest, so whatever. And then with the Death card reversed, ruled by Scorpio, of course, this would be prostate problems probably keeping him up at night. Right? What else would that be? Ruled by Scorpio, it's everything, with the, everything down south, and then with it reversed, he can't move on. And he's not going to change, right? He needs to surrender to changing to better health choices, and to let go of his hatred, all the hatred that's in his heart that causes the congestive heart failure, or the need to numb out terribly with food and other drugs or whatever it is. I'm not saying that everyone has had congestive heart failure is full of hatred, but for him, yeah. For other people, it might just be a tremendous amount of pain and betrayal, and they haven't been able to, they've gone for the food and comfort instead of, or maybe it's another heart problem that causes the congestive, I'm not a doctor. But him, he's a predator. He's a pervert. We know he partied down for years with Jeffrey Epstein, and all of that keeps coming out, and he can't get out from under that. When you have the Devil and the Death card come through, and the Emperor all in one reading, yeah, okay, dude, you're the one in charge for now, but really? Are you really? Because we're talking major power and control issues that he just won't let go of. So no wonder he can't sleep. No wonder he has bladder and colon and prostate problems. Now, and then again, with prostate, it could be that any man that lives old enough might, no, that's not even true. A good number of men might encounter prostate problems, but him, he's super dark. All right, let's see what was at the bottom. Okay. So for the foundation of the day, maybe there's some event that he attends at Mar-a-Lago or one of his other resorts. When it comes to the Four of Wands upright, the only thing that we could say with health issues with this one is that bad eating habits cause problems. It's also possible that I don't know if he'd be, well, it very well could be some kind of event or a party or reunion of something, or a little bit of success, but still his bad eating problems are just the bad eating choices. It's maybe this is him going to Mickey D's, all that red and yellow there, and he's happy with that, or he gets his Mickey D's order from I forget whoever. He has a couple executive assistants and or at least one, and then the human printer, and then I forget who the guy is, who cares? So I'm so tired of keeping track of all these damn names. So 7 of Pentacles reversed. This is neck problems, eating disorders, and maybe some TMJ issues. So I just feel like, Mickey D's is what I'm getting here, clearly. Extra large fries or whatever, if that's a thing. Biggest in the fries, or maybe he just gets 2. And then the ice cream at night and, all that. Just dream on, dude. Yeah, dream on, sure. But, again, just to summarize, the propensity of cards here that have to do with being frustrated because his body's not working correctly, and everybody is seeing it on the world stage. Every time he sits down, everyone's looking at his ankles, and major lymphatic system issues. And if you look at anybody's death certificate that died of prostate cancer, you'll see something like, I forget the weird words, but like, lymphedema. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's all I have for today. Oh, join me Thursday. I have my live stream at 11 Pacific time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. And also, we have that new moon on Thursday, so set your intentions for whatever you're working to manifest this week. It will be very powerful for that. Okay, bye.